I just discovered today, like literally right before we recorded, that Hayley Williams just dropped new music on her website.
I saw that, like 17 new tracks. I haven't got to listen to them yet.
I haven't either. Like literally right before this, and I'm fiending. I'm frothing at the mouth. Like I need to listen to new Hayley Williams. She is my queen.
Yeah, you know who won't listen to it?
Fucking Adam.
I trust that people will let me know about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so people are like up in arms because she released these 17 tracks on her website, but there's nothing to do with the band in there, and people are like, "Oh, did the band break up?" And it's just like, oh man, drama.
Yeah.
In case you really need to throw back to like 2013 or 2008, even on just getting your Paramore fix. You're not Paramore fix.
There's no such thing as a Paramore fix. Like you can never truly get enough Paramore. And Adam, one of these days, soon enough, you are going to realize.
I'll continue to stay Paramore broken.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you a stay. So, I mean, I'm not going to say what it is, but I think I've given you a stay of execution, right?
Yeah, for
because
now.
obviously we're going to do all of this and finish up Panic at the Disco and all this other good stuff. The thing that I've kind of made the decision about in my head is that we're not going to start with a Paramore album like I thought we might. I have chosen the appropriate album that we're going to do first.
I believe so.
So it's going to be pretty good, necessary, I think personally, but we will see how that goes.
Is it just the actual Greatest Showman album in its entirety?
Yeah, it's the original cast album for The Greatest Showman. Clearly.
We're going to take
if this was you, what would your first album be? Like, what would you start with?
If I were to pick, like, if I were to deep dive into albums, I think my band that I could do the Panic at the Disco take on would be the Killers. I'd go with Hot Fuss.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Yeah. Hot Fuss is good.
Yeah, and apparently I went to a Killers concert with Adam in high school that I don't remember.
Oh.
So, yeah. I was like, oh man, I never went to the Killers. That would have been a great concert. And Adam repeatedly has told me, you went with me and your fucking ex-girlfriend. So that's probably why I don't remember it.
Just blocked out every memory of it.
Basically.
Well, given that Panic at the Disco and the Killers are both from Las Vegas and they are both very comparable bands, as we all know, it's the perfect segue from Panic into the Killers.
Yeah.
Right?
And you could say Brandon Flowers and Brendan Urie kind of look alike a tiny bit.
Well, let's not disrespect Brandon Flowers like that.
Yeah, let's not give Brandon hell for it.
It's a beautiful man.
That doesn't seem nice.
Dark-haired white boys with a bunch of gel in their hair, you know?
Dark-haired white boys. I don't know why that assessment is like so funny to me.
Sounds mildly offensive now that I say it that way.
Sound mildly offensive.
As a light-haired white boy, maybe I should just stay in my lane.
Do you think somebody could make like a memoir about the entire scene era and just call it that, Dark-Haired White Boys?
There you go.
Turns out that's the name of the new podcast, and I'm going to leave.
Dark-Haired White Boys.
I believe, Lilli, what you wanted to maybe have an exchange about in the pre-roll here was the two nerdy-ass nerd movies that had came out recently.
The superhero ones?
Yeah.
That's not what I thought. I don't think that was what I was thinking about? Yeah, it was what I was thinking about because I talked to you about it already. I want to talk about Superman and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Listen, they're two different movies, and it's hard for me to say which one I liked better overall. Maybe Fantastic Four by just a little bit, but my God, am I just happy that superhero movies are good again?
Yeah.
See, I should have maybe talked to Lilli because Eliot's not really glowing recommendation of Fantastic Four kind of kept me from it, at least for the weekend.
Hey, I gave it like a 7.5. I didn't say it sucked.
I know you. For a Marvel movie, for you, that sucks.
Oh, no. Recent Marvel movies. I'm in the middle of a Marvel rewatch. Like every time I work out, I rewatch the Marvel movies, and I've gotten past the Endgame hump, so it's all downhill from here.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I like Superman more than Fantastic Four, and I think it was all expectations for me. I expected like almost nothing from Superman. The whole James Gunn talking to anybody and everybody who would listen about it kind of started to irk me, even though I love James Gunn. I love the Guardians movies. I liked Suicide Squad, but it was just like getting too much. But once I saw Superman, I was like, damn, I loved how it just drops you in. It's like not going to hold your hand. Then Fantastic Four, I thought with the biggest thing with me on that is like, this is maybe the most unfunny Marvel movie they have made.
Sure, which I think is fine. Like I laughed quite a bit, but I do agree that it is. I think maybe the only one. I don't think Eternals was as funny as Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I said. I said maybe the only other one was Eternals. And it's like, I don't know. I just expected like the 60s vibe and all that stuff. I expected it to be a little bit like almost like cornier, cheesier, like lean into that 60s aesthetic in that way. And they didn't. So,
I think as far as like characterization of the Fantastic Four, way better than I could have ever anticipated. I think all the actors, like the four of them, are great, and they worked really well together. I think especially Reed and Sue and Ben and Johnny as duos worked so well.
For sure.
But yeah, I just thought it was cool. I thought it was great to have like a cool looking Galactus finally, and like it was just like I just thought it was good. There was a couple of things that, like,
go.
Oh God!
Did you see it in IMAX or traditional?
I saw it in IMAX. I saw both of them in IMAX.
See, I saw it in Dolby, which like AMC has. Like, I couldn't get into the IMAX one; it didn't work. But I saw it in Dolby, and I can't remember if I got like you've probably saw like how wide IMAX is, like especially on the Galactus shots compared. And it's like I can't remember like in my brain how much I saw when I saw it in like the Dolby on AMC, if I saw the slimmer one or not. But it's crazy that much difference on IMAX.
I know, it is wild, those like scenes. Well, I think about that too, like every time that I think about like I can't imagine seeing Sinners not in IMAX, like for my first time.
Yeah.
So I was so adamant about seeing Sinners in IMAX that we literally canceled our plans to see it with friends because IMAX makes my one friend, hi Danny, makes my one friend nauseous. And I was like, I need to see this movie in IMAX. We will do something else with them later.
you know what movie would be great to see in IMAX? Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Danny.
Cooked your ass, Danny. Booyah.
Okay, check off one other listener that I'm going after. I got a few more. Don't worry. I listened to today's episode. Other people are getting theirs.
The vendettas are coming.
Oh, yeah. Is this like the Donald Trump of our podcast right now?
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adam and Lilli at the Disco. It is a podcast about Panic at the Disco where we talk about Panic at the Disco and Panic at the Disco accessories. I've got King of the Hill on the brain because it's back now and I'm very excited about it. Don't forget to come on in, take a seat, and close the goddamn door. I'm Lilli.
I'm Adam.
And
I'm apparently Lil Bitch.
Lil Bitch. The Lil Bitch has returned to the podcast. Eliot, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about a good cover of a fantastic song from an even better movie, Adam.
We're already going going a little crazy, a little stir crazy here.
That's the energy I bring.
We love it. Yeah. So we are talking today about The Greatest Show. Finally, we skipped it, I think, twice in two different post seasons on accident, and now it's finally time. The rent comes due. We must cover this song, and we brought Eliot on as one of our subject matter experts because. Let's go around the table really quick before we get to the Spotify stuff. We only have one comment that we need to read today, so we'll be able to get into it quickly. Adam,
Hi.
Greatest Showman movie. No, don't like.
Don't like. I like the music. I just don't like a lot of what happens. I like a lot of the choreography. I think it's the musical moments, and we've had this conversation before, right? Like it's really the musical moments of the musical that really work for me most of the time.
Sure.
But I think it's just like the wrapper around it. And then save for like what? There's one song that I think they use 3 or 4 times, the song that his Ferris sings, if that's a word.
Ferris? That's
so
never enough.
Yeah, sure. I think they should have learned that and used it only one time. But instead, they didn't listen and they doubled down on not being enough and just kept going with it.
Oh, all right. Sorry, this episode's not about never enough, Eliot.
I mean, we could do this episode also about never enough.
It could just be a whole episode about The Greatest Showman, but that's something that we could maybe come back to later in the new version of the podcast. Eliot, movie.
Okay, so I am pulling up The Greatest Showman on my list of my 25 favorite movies of all time. It is number 4.
Wow. Okay. Number 4 greatest movies of all time.
And as it has been stated on this podcast before, whether or not things are great or not, I attribute a lot of like my experiences to things like a lot of people do, high hopes and my dad, and you guys have had fun with that. So Greatest Showman came out at a really difficult time in me and my wife's lives. We had just moved into.
You have to say it right, please.
My life. We had just moved into a new house and we were really excited about that. It was the first ever house we owned, but my wife also had just switched to working nights. So she was working Sunday night through Wednesday night. And so we were like ships passing in the night. Gotcha. And, so I saw Greatest Showman in all of my free time because this was way before I had my daughter or anything like that. I saw Greatest Showman 8 times in the movie theater.
Wow. Okay.
Because it was just like, it clicked with me. I love the music. And that was when, talk about a throwback, that was when Movie Pass was a thing.
Fuck, that's right. Because I saw it with Movie Pass too.
Yeah, so I lived like less than 2 miles away from a Cinemark. Lilli, I don't know if you have Cinemarks where you are. Yeah. But so I was so close to a Cinemark, so I'd literally be like, I'd finish eating dinner or whatever, and I'd look up show times. I'd be like, oh, it's 7:00. Greatest Showman starts in 5 minutes. I guess I'll go see it again. So I love it. I'm a big Hugh Jackman fan. Also helped that it was like that movie took over. I teach elementary school, and that took over like the elementary school world it took it by storm. Yeah. Like everybody, everything. It's all the music was school appropriate. The only thing that was a little bit iffy was the bar scene where they're like taking shots, but you could just say they're water. It's fine. So it was just like from all sides. I was getting Greatest Showman, and then I was like really excited because I'm like, oh, Adam likes musicals. I can't wait for him to watch this, and he's like, this sucks. Ooh.
God. Got to keep you in check, baby.
As the tie-breaking voice, I don't know where I'd rank it on my favorite movies of all time.
It does not need to be in your top 25.
I don't know if it's in my top 25 or even my I did see it in theaters 4 times though.
There you go.
I really enjoy the movie. I enjoy.
Y'all just really love trailers, is what I'm telling myself.
What do you understand? Okay. It's 15 minutes. This is already starting. You understand you can go to a movie later than the start time. If you go 30 minutes after the start time, that's about when the movie starts.
That is key time.
Actually, watch the trailers.
Lilli, you were talking to a guy whose daughter works at a movie theater, so I presume he can get very cheap, if not free tickets, and yet he takes like weeks to see movies. He finally saw Superman, like yesterday?
Fucking nightmare human. God
Last Monday.
Same difference.
Same difference. I will say my I've talked about this on the podcast, but my favorite movie of all time is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is a movie that I have seen 195 times. I do keep track. I did see that movie 10 times in theaters.
Isn't that on your X bio? I think I saw that.
Yeah, I keep track of it on my not on X, the everything app. I don't have one of those anymore. It's on my Blue Sky, my Instagram.
Okay, it was. I saw it one time there.
It was when I had a Twitter, etc. I did.
You know what my favorite movie of all time is? Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Is it really?
Yes. Oh, and then also in the same vein, I have one tattoo. It's of my favorite song. You know what that favorite song is?
What is it?
Let It Be.
He's just bound to piss everybody off.
You know what? Lord of the Rings and Let It Be start with the letter L, which is what Adam and Danny can both take. Thank you.
Got him.
So this is going to be an interesting. Adam did say that he does like the music, though. So thoughts about the movie notwithstanding, we're just talking about a song, the title track, The Greatest Show.
And I do get that there's a lot of problematic stuff about P.T. Barnum, especially, and stuff like that. And they very much breeze over it, just completely don't acknowledge that in the movie. So yes, I'm very aware of that. And that's kind of shitty.
Yeah. They do glaze over the fact that he was not a good dude, but fiction, But,
I think the worst part of that, and I'm not pardoning anything here, I think the biggest sin that they've said that he has made is he had an affair. Like, that's the peak that this movie is willing to allow itself to go, which then kind of makes it a strange little drama that, like I said, just kind of, I don't know, doesn't mesh. Kind of been here and done that kind of thing.
Sure.
Like this, I don't want to say it had a lot in common with Wonka, but like they're both extravagant kind of musicals that just believe in theatricality. And I don't know, like I enjoyed Wonka for what it was, and it kind of still goes down some very typical avenues.
I think the difference, though, is that Willy Wonka's not a real dude.
That is true. I don't know. You're going to tell me Oompa Loompas aren't real next?
So before we get into it, we do have one comment from Eliot's favorite person, Lotus. Hello, Lotus. Who comments on the episode, Why You Don't Want Me? Yes, my Genius account crying emoji. I mostly use it for radio so I can look at song lyrics, but I also put up lyrics from bands in my area. I really don't like this song. It falls somewhere in the bad song section of my ranking. Totally see why Boyd cut it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. In parentheticals, they do say The Thing, which I'm skipping over as always.
Yeah.
Parentheses, also Takedown is the best Huntrix song, for real. It's a good one. They're all good. All of the songs were like, I don't think there's a bad song in K-pop Demon Hunters. So I think
I need to get back to that movie. I was watching like the first 20 minutes of it, and then my daughter walked in, and I was like, don't know if she should watch it. She's 4. It's about demon hunters. But
it's a little scary, but it's a little scary for a 4-year-old, I think. But yeah. But it's good. It's good. We've got some stuff. It's been a long time.
Real quick, I would like to address this Lotus person.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I too watched or listened to the episode, and I assume they are calling me out for my ranking list and saying that my days are numbered. And I just want to say one thing to Lotus, and that is, when the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm going to send a flood, going to drown him out. I am brave. I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Holy
God,
if I uncheck this check, do I drop out of this recording?
No, you just have to close the browser, but I would be very mad at you because then we'd lose what you had so far. So don't do that. If you'd like to protest, just be quiet.
Yeah, I think we should just add Eliot into the group chat.
Oh, I don't know if I want this. Ignorance is bliss.
You don't have a choice sometimes. Sometimes the group chat just chooses you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, if it's an Instagram group chat, I won't even notice it anyway. Adam sends me stuff, and I see it like a month later. So
yeah, fair enough. So let's talk about some song stuff, some details, some charts, some everything. Which has been a while since we've done this because Viva Las Vengeance was devoid of this information for the most part.
Shame.
So let's start with The Greatest Show, the original song from the movie, because we'll talk about the original stuff and kind of where it is in the general pantheon of stuff. So The Greatest Show is a song performed by Hugh Jackman, Kiala Settle, Zac Efron, and Zendaya for the film Greatest Showman from 2017. It is the opening track from The Greatest Showman, the original motion picture soundtrack, and also serves as the opening and closing number of the film itself. It is expected to do the same. It is expected to do the same in the upcoming 2026 stage musical adaptation of the film.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
didn't know about that.
Disney picked up them rights and ran with it.
Wow, that's sick. Despite not being released as an official single, The Greatest Show is the 18th biggest song of 2018 in the United Kingdom. On the charts, Australia's Aria, it peaked at 42. France's Snap peaked at 110. Ireland's Irma peaked at 9. UK singles OCC peaked at 20. Scotland's OCC peaked at 18. The US Billboard Hot 100 peaked at 88. At the end of the year, it was at the 18th position in the UK singles OCC in 2018 and number 90 in 2019 for the same chart. Certifications: Australia's Aria, 2 times platinum with 140,000 units. Austria IFPI, gold with 15,000. France's Snap with 100,000 gold. New Zealand's RMNZ platinum with 30,000. Poland's ZPAV gold with 25,000. Yes, Spain's Sprau Musicae. Been a while for that one. Gold with 30,000. United Kingdom's BPI triple platinum with 1,800,000. And finally, in the United States, the RIAA. The RIAA.
It's been a while for that one.
It has been. I don't think I've said that since I said that since I came out. Is that my first Lilli branded? Wow. Right. Anyway, double platinum with 2 million units. It was produced by Greg Wells, Justin Paul, Alex Lacamoire, Jake Sinclair. This is the Greatest Showman version. So Jake Sinclair produced the original version. I didn't realize, yeah. And Ryan Lewis of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis fame. It was written by Benj Pasek, Justin Paul, and Ryan Lewis. Atlantic Records was the label. Copyright 20th Century Fox Film. Phonographic copyright Atlantic Records and Warner Music Groups. Vocals: Melanie Daniels, Adam Halpin, Ben Thompson, Carrie Manolakos, Eric LeJoin Summers, Lenny Smith, Lauren Allred, Marcus Paul James, Natalie Weiss, Tamika Lawrence, Teresa Stanley, Tim Young, Tony LePage, Hugh Jackman, Kiala Settle, Zac Efron, and Zendaya. It was orchestrated by the New York Orchestra. Instrumentation done by Adam Blackstone, Alex Lacamoire, Andrew Sinowick, Ben Butler, Bennett Sullivan, Charles Haynes, Chris Chaney, Chris Leon, Clay Sears, David Levita, Greg Wells, Hal Rosenfield, Jake Sinclair, Jamar Jones, Jeff Askew, Joseph Trapanese, Justin Goldner, Justin Paul, Larry Campbell, Matt Beck, Matthew Rubano, Randy Boland, Ryan Vaughn, and Sean Pelton. Assistant engineer Brandon Morawski, Ferry Gutierrez Arcelis, Ian Cagey, Ian McGregor, not Ewan McGregor, Ian McGregor, Isaiah Abilene, arranger Ben Bram and Rob Mathis. Wow.
Damn. Everybody's grown up.
Yeah, I'm looking for fucking Claudius in here.
Butch.
Maybe Butch, yeah. Engineer Derek Lee, mixing engineer Greg Wells, mastering engineer Brian Lucy, released on October 27th, 2017. There's a lot of samples, a lot of covers. I'm not going to list them all. You can look it up yourself. Adam, are you on the Genius page for the original song?
I am not on the Genius page. I'm on the Wikipedia page.
All right, well, the tags for the Genius page are popping in English. We got in English back soundtrack
English
and
back.
musicals. Also,
Dark
fun
Haired
fact:
White
Al
Guys.
Slackamore is the composer for Hamilton. I don't know if y'all. Yeah. Good stuff. And then we'll move on. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Holy shit! So it says the song was covered by American rock band Panic at the Disco. Ryan Reed in the Rolling Stone wrote that the Panic at the Disco version of the song stays faithful to the original's theatrical arrangements of brass fanfare and densely layered harmony vocals, and beefs up the rhythm section with a booming drum sound and ends the track with a Queen-styled guitar solo. Interesting. Some fun facts. The Panic at the Disco cover of The Greatest Showman, and I completely forgot about this, was the official theme song for WWE's Backlash 2020, the greatest wrestling match ever.
What the fuck?
Which was they were billing, and it was a match between The Edge and Randy Orton during the pandemic, and it was billed as the greatest wrestling match ever. And
I'd love to add Randy Orton during the pandemic. I fucked that all up.
Yep, sure did.
Was this one of those matches where everyone was like on, like they put like the TV screens in the audience so that like fans could still cheer them on?
Yeah, it was like part of that. It was during that period of time, but also like it was like they went backstage and it was like no DQ, and it was like it was crazy. It wasn't a bad match, but it was called the greatest wrestling match ever, and quite frankly, it was not. But it wasn't even the greatest wrestling match that year, anyway.
Damn.
The Greatest Show is also featured in the 2024 Marvel Cinematic Universe film Deadpool and Wolverine, which stars Hugh Jackman, the actor who played Barnum, as one of its titular characters, James Logan Howlett, a.k.a. Wolverine.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was in there. In the charts, the Panic at the Disco version in Canada peaked at number 40 with the Canadian Hot Digital Songs. Ireland's Irma peaked at 39. New Zealand Hot Singles RMNZ peaked at 21. UK Singles OCC peaked at 82. US Bubbling Under Hot 100, the Billboard peaked at 5. Wow. And the US Hot Rock and Alternative Songs on Billboard peaked at 10. So overall, it did better on the charts than I think the original version did.
It almost did better on the charts than the entirety of Viva Las Vengeance.
Yeah, quite frankly. At the end of 2019, Panic at the Disco's version peaked, ended the year at 44 on the US Hot Rock Songs for Billboard. Certifications in the United Kingdom BPI, it was certified silver with 200,000 units, and in the United States RIAA, the RIAA, gold with 500,000. So it did not sell as many, but it did peak higher on the charts. Generally speaking, I'm not going to reread a lot of these. Producers and writers are the same for the Panic version. Engineer Suzy Shin, mastering engineer Chris Geringer, arranger Rob Mathis, Ben Bram, and PTX Sir Patrick. Okay.
Jesus.
Mixing engineers Neil Avron, vocals. What?
Boyd.
Want to get in on that, Elliot?
Oh, yeah,
Boyd. Did that even pick up, Boyd?
I
was like, I whispered that too quietly.
Sometimes when Adam whispers it just isn't on the recording because it gets filtered out in post-prod, so whatever. Background vocals, Jacob Hawks. Associate producer, Jordan Carroll, which is a name that I know in real life, so I needed to ask him a couple questions. And Brandon Davis, who's the A&R manager, released on November 2nd, 2018. Cover of The Greatest Show by Hugh Jackman, Cal Settle, Zac Efron, Zendaya, and The Greatest Showman Ensemble. Adam, do you have this one open?
I do.
You want to read the text for this one?
I do.
Okay.
They are pop, soundtrack, alternative pop, pop rock, cover.
Mm-hmm. And according to the Wikipedia, the Panic at the Disco version is pop rock. That's the only genre on Wikipedia. Wow, that was a lot of talking that I did just then. Fuck, I haven't done that in a really long time. Let's start with a segment that I like to call And I think what I will ask is start with the Panic at the Disco version, whoever wants to go first, and then if you like, you can kind of compare and contrast it to the movie version, the Hugh Jackman version.
Sure. I'll go. So
okay.
I could be fairly brief because I know that you two love this shit. I find this version enjoyable. And I find it almost for me a little bit more enjoyable than the actual theatrical version. And I think it just comes down to I really like Boyd singing here. I mean, the way that he opens this up is that pure sexy tone that he's got, like that low tone, just kind of talking his way into it. And I think from there, it kind of holds on to that. And I don't think anywhere in here he goes too crazy. I think like while there's the shouty, there's not the screechy, if I'm remembering right. Like he kind of plays this pretty straight laced. And I think that works to the benefit of this cover. I think in a lot of ways, like Boyd could have just gone fucking nuts and like done anything and everything that he could to match what is basically a circus show. And I'm very glad that he didn't. And I do like Hugh Jackman's voice. There's just something about this song and his voice that doesn't necessarily like speak to me. I mean, I think it's even in the beginning, like, and he's playing it straight, right? Like he's playing it straight for a musical. So his talkie is more Hugh Jackman talkie rather than like Boyd being sexy talkie kind of thing. I just find Boyd's voice to be more enthralling in that moment of like, I want to see what this motherfucker has for me or can do to me. And I don't really feel that for Hugh Jackman. I do, but not necessarily like with this song or character.
Sure. Eliot, what about you?
I like it. No, so I hadn't listened to this version in a while. I remember when this came out, The Greatest Showman Reimagined, like the whole thing, it was kind of like a big deal because not only, I don't know if we were going to talk much about the other stuff, but not only does it have like Panic at the Disco, but it has like a lot of like pretty big people like Pink, Kelly Clarkson, Zach Brown Band, Kesha. And I was very excited when these came out and I listened to this album once and I was like, you know what? I like every single song of the actual album more. So I'll just go back to that. So I haven't listened to it in a while, but I pulled it up today and I listened to it a few times and it's really like, it's very fitting for Brendan Urie's voice. I think I saw somewhere, maybe it was on Genius or something like that, where it was like Brendan Urie was like, this is like a Panic at the Disco song. It very much fits him. So yeah, I think the only thing that it really had going against it for me is I know the original song so well. It had like just kind of like this like, oh, that's not quite right. Like in the original song, the intro is long, like very, very long. And this one, the intro is like, whoa, and he goes right into it. And I'm like, that's not how that should be. So
that's
I really
exactly how that should be.
It needs to be a minute and a half of woes, Adam. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I need woes and I need those.
Right.
Exactly. So I think on its own, it's a really good song. It's hard for me to separate it from the original, which I love so much. And then the other thing I think Brendan does on this one is he almost enunciates it too much. Like Adam said, it was just kind of like Hugh Jackman talking in Hugh Jackman's, but he kind of mumbles some of the words in a way that I really like. And Brendan is very clear to the point where I was like, oh yeah, he does say that. Like some of those just like articles or like small words. It's like Hugh Jackman just kind of like breezes over them. So
kind of like slurs him a little bit.
Yeah. It's almost like he's like supposed to be. Maybe he is supposed to be like a little bit drunk. I don't know.
He's had those shots in the bar with Zac Efron.
Yeah, that was water, please.
Yes. But as far as like, and then going back to the other covers that are on the album, it is my favorite of the covers on the album too. I think Panic at the Disco does a really, really good job, while some of the other ones are a little bit weird. I didn't like them as much.
I don't know that I've ever actually listened to the rest of the album, like the cover, the reimagined version. I think Greatest Show is the only one that I've actually listened to.
Yeah, they have a Pentatonics also does the Greatest Show on there, and that Pentatonics I'm not a huge fan of, but the guy that's singing on it, I don't know his name, but he sounds on that song specifically. He sounds off. I've heard other songs that I like of them, but it's just really like almost like a uncanny sound. I don't know, but yeah, good, great cover. I think. You know, you want a cover to like take what the original song has done and do kind of your own spin on it without going too far. And I think Panic does a really good job on this one.
Sure. I don't think, sorry, I think like the difference real quick for me, God, between both versions, fuck me, is it's no longer Pride Month. Damn. Is this fucking sucks. This Hugh Jackman is like so nasally. I think that this sound for Brendan just really does overpower it in a lot of ways. And I don't think I noticed it a whole lot in Les Mis, like kind of except for the first song or two where he's very nasally. But then he kind of figures it out. But then, like, this was just going back to that. So to get a different version of this song with, to me, for reasons, a better singer, I really like the cover.
For me, I pretty much agree overall. I think, I can directly compare it to another cover that we talked about on the show when he covered Bohemian Rhapsody, which was so boring and such a disappointment that he just played it so straight. Whereas with this, like, it's like Eliot said, like he made it enough of his own that it does sound unique and it does sound good, and without straying too far away from what made the original song good.
Yeah.
I think the original song is a lot more theatrical.
For
and
sure.
I think the way that they're singing, obviously, like Brandon is singing for an album, like a music album that is like, you know what I mean? And Hugh Jackman is singing for a musical. So it's like they're two different styles of singing. So I get like the different comparisons and preferring one over the other.
Right.
The thing that I really, really, I think I love the instrumentation in the original version, I think more than the Boyd version overall. And the thing that neither of you talked about that I really, really enjoy is that as the song builds, there is that moment where it crosses over from Hugh into Zach and Zendaya and like the ensemble and everything like that. And I really, really love that part of the album version. Obviously, that's the end of the movie and the beginning of the movie kind of blended together. But I just really think that I just really think that that part really elevates the album version for me.
Real quick fun fact about that with me and my 8 times seeing it. It's actually like 7.95 times I've seen it, because the first time I saw it, right when he's about to sing From Now On, the power cut out in the movie theater. So like I didn't see the climactic ending and everything like that, but my wife and I loved it so much, we went and we immediately started listening to the album, and the first song is The Greatest Show, and we're like, what the fuck is this stuff at the end with Zac Efron singing? When did Zac Efron come in on this song? Because we didn't see the end of the movie.
Right. Oh God, that's very funny.
So, man, here, just ignore divine intervention.
The choreography during From Now On is so cool.
Yeah, it was God trying to tell me this song or this movie will take over the next 3 months of your life. Don't do it.
Run away. The thing that I will say is, and maybe I'm crazy and I will fully cop to that in this particular case. he doesn't, Brendan, going back to the Panic version, he does not sound bad. Let me clarify that he does not sound bad. I like how he sounds. Like Adam said, he doesn't go over the top too much. He doesn't go overboard. He like is just right. He sounds like he's putting on an impression of himself singing.
A little bit.
He doesn't sound quite right to me.
Yeah.
And again, he doesn't sound bad. It's just like there's something about the way he is singing that just kind of like, what is happening here?
Like,
what
it's interesting. You could almost think that he's bored in a way.
Maybe a little bit.
Or it's like he's wanting to try to like almost play it safe a little bit, which is weird because that's exactly what the whole entirety of Bohemian Rhapsody was. That was boring. And this wasn't quite that. But yeah, it definitely seems like he doesn't push his vocals. I feel like in almost every song he does, he pushes his vocals a little bit in some way or another. And this one, he just keeps it very like within his range.
Yeah, he keeps within his range. But again, it's like it's not unexciting or boring, which is interesting to me because I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it, but he doesn't quite sound like himself. He does sound like he's trying to like put on an impression of his own singing, which is very strange to me. But I don't know. It's good. The interesting thing too about it as well is like that intro, the intro of like we said, like the beginning of the musical version is that long wah with the stomps and like the big build up intro, whereas the Panic version gets right into it. The beginning of the Panic version, the way that it kind of like the intro that's kind of like chopped and screwed at the beginning sounds very much like Death of a Bachelor. The way Death of a Bachelor starts, that part at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I could see it.
I need to listen to. I got this in the background, so.
And also the two versions, I looked it up. The two versions, the original version is over 5 minutes long. And
it's like 3 minutes shorter.
Yeah, Panic's isn't even 3 minutes. So it's like, there's like a lot of lyrics he cuts out or anything like that. It's just a lot of the instrumentality. It's very like get to the point. He wrote it specifically for Adam, so Adam doesn't have to listen to too much Greatest Show.
Right.
I appreciate that.
I listened to both of them, and the intro to Death of a Bachelor and Greatest Show are not identical, but they are very similar. So that's interesting. Because this came out around the same time as Death of a Bachelor, the album, right? Was this about? No, it was about 2 years before. Because this was 2018, and Death of a Bachelor was 2016, I believe so. So he would have been on Pray for the Wicked at that point, right?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
He wanted to experiment. He knew that he could do better things. He should go back to that.
So the lyrics, we don't necessarily have to like. They're not really like, let's analyze the lyrics of The Greatest Show. It's an intro track to like set the stage for a musical about P.T. Barnum's circus, right?
Right.
So it's not like I don't know. It's like it's not the deepest in the world, but it's also just like it doesn't have to be. It's just like very exciting and very like, let's go. So we can kind of talk about them. We can break down the lyrics of the Panic version because again it's the same words in the musical version, except there's like more. It's longer and there's more instrumentation. They sing a couple of verses extra, but the words are about the same. So we can start with verse 1 if y'all are ready to talk about the verses a little bit.
Let's do it.
Verse 1. And of course, y'all know I'm a sucker. I'm a slut for the woes and the O's, and ooh, baby. Not only is the original such a good moment for this, but it does happen in here a little bit. We got the woe to start out. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Whoa!
These are some of the best woes.
So top-notch woes
in both versions. I'm glad he kept the woes in because in another version of this, he absolutely could have left the woes out, and I'm glad he did not.
I will say this definitively, if he would have left out the woes, because I feel like they're such an integral part of like the song. I don't know that I would think of it as highly as I do.
Mm-hmm.
They're very important to me. I don't know if they're as important to Adam as it is for us, but
no.
Such thoughts.
This is vibes based. I'm vibes based on this song. Like, I don't give a shit.
This is like the least I've ever heard Adam talk on a podcast.
I know he's being very quiet. He's doing that protest that I told him to do earlier.
Yeah.
On our other podcast, Gamers Addies, he'll be like, "Oh, I'll be brief," and then talk for like 15 minutes. So he
does it on this podcast too.
Giving one word sentence answers is it's creeping me out.
Well, so my question here then, Adam, is if it didn't have the woes, what would you do to fill that silence? Because the pacing of the song there is a gap. You can't just like go. It doesn't sound right if he just goes right into the next line. So what would you do to replace the woes? Okay.
Was it Expedition 33?
Okay.
No, ultimately, you really can't drop them. I don't have any feeling of a comparison against it. I think, really, we've just been trained that woes. Woes are a Panic staple,
and they are.
So yeah.
Also, this comes from the original version of the song,
right?
You are not gonna fucking sit here and tell me that after almost 3 years of doing this goddamn podcast that these woes don't make you feel something.
No, they do.
Positive.
I think it's good. I think they are done well enough. They're earnest. I looking at the original intro, right, that you guys were talking about. I'm glad it was this pared down version of that, because I think by this point of this cover, I probably would have already been semi bored. So I think limited woes.
It has just started.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If it did do the 1 minute preamble for this cover, I'd have probably been over these woes long before.
You're such a fucking hater, dude.
I am. Certified.
Why are you such a hater? Hating things that you should like. Again, I'm not going to get all righteous this time because I don't think I have the strength or the energy today. But just take me yelling at you from those times and just copy paste it here, because you should like this, and you should like the original version.
I should.
You should.
You guys know the song. You both know the song that I like from this movie. I am here for the other side. Everything else is just kind of there.
The other, number one, sure. The other side is great. Number two, fuck yourself.
I shall.
Okay. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor, and buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore, taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Yeah, man. Let's fucking go.
I like that lift.
Yeah.
That lift on left behind is good.
Yeah.
It's just such a strong start. In the movie, how in the original, how the movie begins, being seen through the bleachers of the circus, everything like that. It is such a strong start. It just sets the tone so well, and it does a great job of it in the cover as well.
Right.
Yeah. It's just I love these verses because in between, the silence as he's singing, and then suddenly it's just dun dun dun, and it's the same thing with the original, but just the dun 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 dun, and it just kind of gets into it. It's just powerful. It's a powerful intro.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So remind me, people who have seen this movie more times than I'd like to think anybody watching it, does the pre-chorus?
God.
It's I'm on TGSA, the Greatest Show Anonymous here, and I'm the only one that's actually come around on it.
Jesus.
Does the pre-chorus play it straight as this does, or does this kind of where like Hugh Jackman starts to pick it up? Because I feel
honestly, I think that as the start, if we
thing.
start the two pre-choruses like simultaneously, I feel like Brendan's even a little bit louder with it because Hugh is still Hugh stays pretty subdued until the chorus.
Well, Hugh gets going on "It's fire, it's freedom." That's
he starts
really
yelling on "It's fire, it's freedom." It's it's very that's right. But he starts off a little bit more subdued. I think generally speaking, Boyd is less excited, but Hugh does start quieter. So Boyd does kind of like get loud with it, but Hugh is just like he does that like musical theater, like it's fire, it's freedom, it's taking over.
Yeah.
So pre-chorus goes, "Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender because you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall. It's holding on, all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go?" And the thing that strikes me about this part, I wouldn't say the chorus, but the verses, does this not kind of feel like a Panic song to you?
Yeah.
Both?
Yeah.
The preacher in the pulpit and your blind devotion.
Right. Because
surrender because you feel it taken over. Like, it's very Panic.
That direct quote was, they say that they sent that song over and said, "We think you should sing this." And I heard it and I was like, this sounds like a Panic song. You guys did a Panic song better than I've ever done a Panic song, so I would love to.
Yeah.
I see exactly why he's on this song. It's very theatrical. It's very circusy, like for like his vibe. Like it's very like it's just like I'm just the lyricism and it also makes sense because again, like I didn't realize this, but like Jake Sinclair and Rob Mathis being part of the production for it, it's just like it feels like it was like there was like we should pass this across Brendan's desk and like get him on this because.
Yeah, it's like if they would have done a music video for his cover, he could have just went into his closet and brushed off his "I Write Sins, Not Tragedies" costume for the music video.
Yeah.
It really is just, even if you look on the album, I actually had to squint at the reimagined cover to make sure it was Hugh Jackman and not Brendan.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Leader of the Dark Carnival.
Like it's shaded enough to give reasonable doubt, but it is Hugh. So, but yeah, it's very Panic, and it's just like I'm reading them and not like if you didn't know about The Greatest Showman at all, and I read those lyrics to you, and you did know about Panic, you'd be like, "Oh, this is a leaked track that we didn't talk about." Yeah, it's pretty. It does fit the vibe quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that also might be why it makes sense for him to sing it as opposed to like Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that, because it is very much in the vein of like what he does and how he performs.
So this was after Death of a Bachelor, right before Pray for the Wicked. This would have still been like right after Kinky Boots.
Yeah, but it would have been that same area for sure. Yeah.
He's had all the experiences. And I mean, you mentioned, Lilli, the preacher in the pulpit and the blind devotion, but what about specifically your fever dream?
Yeah, that too. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender because you feel the feeling taken over.
The signs, they're there. Again, the Dark Carnival.
We're back. We're back. The Great Malenko's back.
All the way from season 1, making an appearance.
All the way. We love our references here on Adam and Lilli at the Disco. But yeah, so we get so tell me, do you want to go into the chorus where it's covered in all the colored lights and where the runaways are running the night, impossible comes true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. Which, like, if you take out the this is the greatest show parts, it does also, the chorus also does seem very Panic. I don't know if like, this is the greatest show tracks with him as much, but
right. Like it's weird because as much as I have a dislike for a lot of things about this, it's even hard for me as like grade A hater, S tier hater, that this isn't pretty fucking much a hype moment if there ever was one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the climb here is good,
Mm-hmm.
and I think even stating where you're at, everybody loves to state where they're at and where you're at and where you're about to be and what you're about to see. And I think this does that really well. Like this sells it, right?
Yeah.
So I can give it credit for that. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think like what this cover has the benefit of is being a semi-rock song. Like this would be, if it had to be, an arena rock song, just because it's doing a lot of the things.
Well, it was the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Well, I meant like sports fans.
I need to legit find the promo. Hold on. We won't watch it now, but I'm going to send it to you and I'll put it in the show notes. I just need a wrestling match ever.
Yeah, like I wanted that to be a tag because we've had arena rock as a tag or a genre that Genius has called out, and it's kind of strange that this isn't there.
Ever. Let's see. Yeah, there it is.
Fantastic.
There he is. Fucking WWE Backlash, Sunday, June 14th, 2020. The greatest wrestling match ever. I will send this to the two of you.
Oh, so it was like it was like the height of the pandemic.
Oh, yes. It was like months into it because it was like the pandemic happened and then WrestleMania got like canceled because of the pandemic, and that was literally like when it started. And it didn't get canceled. They did it inside of like a special, like it was just like a whole thing. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna send it off and I'll make sure I put it in the show notes so people can like look at the promo. It's very funny. But yeah, so yeah, definitely we need a tag greatest wrestling match ever on Genius. If anybody can Lotus, get on that for me, please. Thank you. Verse 2 starts with another woe, of course, which is great. And it continues the woes. This, I think, verse 2 is a very on the nose for the movie as opposed to being more Panic vibes. So this is kind of like a whatever, but it's colossal. We come these renegades in the ring where the lost get found and we crown them the circus kings. A little on the nose.
Yeah.
Makes sense in context. Maybe not for a Panic song, but
there's one thing that Jackman does with his voice here. We're not friends, so I can't call him Hugh.
Hugh Jackman's Hugh Jackton.
Him and I are on a first name basis. I call him Huey sometimes.
Huey, Petit Huey.
I don't know if you'd like that.
Any boys fans?
But there's a point in here, and it's right at Colossal where Hugh Jackman, I guess, his government name, not really. He like throws a little bit of growl on the word colossal.
Yeah,
that
colossal we come. These I like how and at the end. I mean, he also goes, and we crown them the circus kings.
Yeah. He slings some of the lines at you.
Yeah, I think this is where he's really starting to chew the scenery a bit, which is kind of at odds with this very straight lace cover. I still really enjoy this version, but this is kind of where it starts to break the facade of a cover a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in the Lilli, like you said, like not necessarily in the boring Bohemian Rhapsody, but it does show like I just want to be here and sing this song and not necessarily play it true to what came before. And not that there's like a problem with that. Like it's nice to have everybody has the things that they enjoy about originals and covers separately. But this would have been a cool thing for Brendan to do because we know that he has that ability.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we go from verse 2 into pre-chorus to don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's blinding, outshining anything that you know. Just surrender because you're calling and you want to go. Yeah, and again, just another kind of take on the original pre-chorus and changes the lyrics a little bit. But again, we get back into the that panic vibe a little bit. Impossible, or the blind and outshining anything that you know, which is very like boisterous and like in his bag. Like he usually is surrender because you're calling, like the same thing. We live in this moment, don't care what comes after. Like it's I don't think I've really broken down how completely Panic at the Disco the song is
right yeah
now, which is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I saw that direct quote, and he's like, "Oh, this is a Panic at the Disco song. They did better than me." And I thought that was just Brendan talking out his ass, like he does sometimes. But I mean, he's spot on with this one. It definitely feels like it could fit in. I don't know what album that would be more for you guys with your album expertise, but
I mean,
maybe that
the beginning of it, like
Vices, Ampersand, Virtues that you guys love so much. Who knows?
I don't know about that. I honestly, I don't know.
Hey,
I think it's because of the beginning. Probably, maybe Death of a Bachelor. I don't know.
Maybe like this does feel a little Death of the Bachelor-y just in the way that he's singing, but it could have been like a fun Death of a Bachelor throwback to what came before, which would have been really fucking odd, maybe even pretty odd, like coming this late in the game.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so we get the chorus again, and then we go into chorus number 3 where some stuff changes up. So he sings it. We get some more guitar. We get some some slow down and stuff like that going in here, and he does the thing that happens in the original song, where the music kind of pulls back a little bit, and the walls can't stop us now. It's not bad in this one. I do prefer the original's version, like the tone and like the pacing it takes. That particular line.
Sure. There's a good stomp clap that happens in here.
Well, and because in the original, that's after it shifts and it's like everyone singing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Then it
Oops, all circus
watching
people.
it come true. It's taken over you, and then he repeats the "Oh, this is the greatest show," just like the original song does. And again, that like very like powerful guitar solo is in there, and it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. They called it like Queen-esque, and it is very much so. But it's good. Like it's hard to argue.
Yeah, that was the guitar solo when I first heard it. I was like, ooh, get that out of my Greatest Show song. But then upon listening to it again, I was like, okay, this works. It works.
Yeah. For the outro, yeah. And then again, you've got the after the guitar ends, everything cuts off, and it's just like the last "This is the Greatest Show" with him and the stacking going on, and echoes out and ends.
Yeah.
The one thing for the end of the song that it doesn't do that the album version for the movie does, there's a part towards the end before they start repeating "This is the Greatest Show" to end the song, where Zac Efron and Zendaya, we know Zac Efron and Zendaya sing together because everything you want is right in front of you, and you see the impossible coming true, and the walls can't stop us now. Yeah. And then it goes into the outro, and he completely omits that part from the Panic version. I wish that would have still.
Yeah. She has a really nice ooh in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. Like, it's very good.
Am I fucking stupid? Don't answer that.
Yes.
Isn't there... fuck you both, respectfully. Isn't there like a "it's everything you ever want" kind of moment?
Yeah,
it's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need.
Yeah, he doesn't do that part either. Yeah. Right.
So that's...
Look, see, I know this song. It's my fucking favorite. Yeah. Fuck.
That's in the movie, but not on the song. The movie ends with...
No, it is in the movie, or it is in the song. Because in the movie, what happens is he sings that part, and then it slows down, and then it like transitions into the rest of the movie where he's like seeing the empty place and whatever, and then it picks up at the end. But in this one, he sings that part and it just keeps going, and then it continues into the next part.
I'm saying at like the very, very end. Like the movie ends at the very, very end. He's watching his kids in their stupid play, and his daughter's dressed up as a tree, and he's just softly singing it.
I didn't know there was more than one lobster present at the birth of Jesus Christ. That's a reference. I think what Adam's talking about is earlier in the song. Do you remember in the movie where he starts singing that part and then it the music cuts out?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
yes.
I think now I know that's what Adam's talking about.
Yeah, go watch it one more time, bitch.
I will. I actually preparing for this, I was like, oh shit, my daughter hasn't seen Greatest Show yet, so I might literally go start it after we're done recording here.
Yeah, that child doesn't deserve that.
She hasn't earned it yet.
I'm calling CPS right now.
I'll do a chore chart. Her reward at the end of the week is Greatest Showman.
I'm sure Katie is on this hype train too, right? Like I can't text Katie and be like, "Don't do this."
Oh no, God, she probably likes this movie more than me, honestly.
Wow, number one movie.
Yeah,
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, overall great song.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable cover that I feel like we semi disrespected as a podcast by delaying so long, but also maybe doing it as the last proper Panic at the Disco song feels right.
Yeah, and it wasn't like intentional either. It was just like it just happened to slip past us.
Right.
I texted Adam multiple times. I'm like, when are you going to do the Greatest Show? And he'd be like, eventually.
Which wasn't wrong. I mean, here we are.
You got to it.
So, what do we have left? We're going to cover the live album stuff, right?
Yep. Followed by generally everything.
Right. Because we've got we've talked about it's about time to start ranking all of the all of the songs. Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's about ready to do that, but before we get to that, we've got the live album thing that we want to talk about. We said we were going to talk about the SpongeBob musical song.
Oh, that's right.
Elliot, if you want to come back on for that one, you're welcome.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not invited. Never mind.
It's a good song. It randomly came on my musicals playlist the other day. It's a good one.
What else are we missing? I think we saved Kinky Boots for after the show transitions into what it becomes. Because Kinky I think Boots I would rather talk about the whole musical as a thing instead of just
it's a tough one because is there much, like I kind of looked into it a tiny bit. Did you find much of like any kind of video or anything of Brendan doing it?
No, not really. And it's kind of, I'm sure there's some out there. I've heard some really shitty recordings of him singing, but I haven't like seen.
Get Sarah Orzechowski on the horn. We know that she's got him.
Sarah on the horn. Yeah, I think that might be it. There is one song that I do want to do, and I'm not going to Adam, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I came across some fun facts, and we're going to cover a song that is not a Panic at the Disco song at all, and you'll see why we're going to cover
Disco diss track.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think we might. God, we're getting so fucking close, aren't we? God damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Something just popped into my head. I was meaning to say this at the beginning of the episode, so this is completely out of left field. But other listener I wanted to respond to was Dennis Wakeman.
Oh shit!
And he was talking about wedding planning. Congratulations, that's awesome. And he was talking about like what Panic song could he play? What is a good reception Panic song? And wedding receptions, it's all about like what's going to get the guest hype. Like, is there a song maybe that has like 1.8 billion Spotify listens that could really like everybody's going to know because it's just such a catchy, good song? So like I was thinking and I was I don't know. the song slipped in my mind, but you know.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
And to think, I didn't even invite this fucking guy. You did.
Technically, he did. Let's just be clear here.
I just manifested.
As you do. Lilli, yeah. So we've talked a little bit about All American Rejects coming close. Elliot's going to come down, so we can go do that.
Yes, very excited.
Oh, one thing I did want to talk about, which I thought was very funny. This is going back quite a ways. I was scrolling on my socials the other day, and I saw an advertisement for a festival, the Taco and Tequilas Festival in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is very close to me, on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. And I'm going to read the list of people, but Adam, the two people that that are very important to this story, I'm going to save for last. Right?
I'm intrigued to see what this list is, because there was a Tacos and Tequila came through Kansas City last month too. Oh, and I almost went.
We've got Lil Jon, Bow Wow, and Soulja Boy. You, Pretty Ricky, Chameleonaire, Paul Wall, Twista, Mike Jones, DJ Ashton Martin, and the two that are very specifically meant for us here, throwback to old episodes of this podcast, are Petey Pablo and Bubba Sparks. Are you kidding me?
Collie Pog, Bubba Spark.
I feel like I gotta do this.
The Kansas City one had B.O.B. and Nelly. I was very tempted.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I care so much about singing B.O.B., but Nelly would have been cool.
And I think Tech Nine was there, but he's from Kansas City. I think he performs.
Tech Nine is at every festival that they will possibly have Tech Nine at. I saw him at a fucking rock festival. Okay,
he legitimately performs 3 times a year in Kansas City, and that's not an exaggeration.
Good for him.
Nelly's in Wichita every year too.
Yeah.
Good for Tech Nine. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've got one more track that we're going to talk about, the surprise track that I'm not letting out of the bag. We've got the live album stuff. We've got we've got the SpongeBob musical, and then we've got the song rankings, the gauntlet. So here in about, assuming that we don't have to take any more breaks, here in about 3 weeks at the end of August, going into the fall, we are going to be ranking all of the Panic at the Disco songs.
Do you have your number for that? Like how many songs you're actually going to include?
It is 112. And there's something scratching at my brain that is telling me that I'm missing a single song, and I do not know why. But I'm sure I've sent it to Lotus. I've sent it to Annie. Y'all look at this list and tell me if you think I am missing anything. But here's the breakdown. It's obviously all of the album songs and all of the bonus tracks, right? Yep. So that takes us. Where's my mouse cursor? Goddamn. That takes us from 1 through 88. So that's 88 songs. Then we've got the interstitial songs. So that's New Perspective, Mercenary, Come On. We've got the covers, which are Greatest Show, Into the Unknown, Bohemian Rhapsody, This Is Halloween. We've got the holiday songs, which are It's Almost Halloween, Feels Like Christmas, and Doesn't Feel Like Christmas Time.
Oh, that feels good.
The only non-Panic at the Disco track that he features on we are including is Love in the Middle of a Firefight, which is a Dylan Francis song. And the only reason why we're including that is because he's the only vocalist on the song. Yeah. So songs like Me and all the other songs he was on, he was not the featured artist. This is Love in the Middle of a Firefight is basically a Panic at the Disco song. So we're including Love in the Middle of a Firefight. And then 100 through 112 are all of the leaked tracks. So we've got Little Secrets, Stuck in the Middle, Lullaby, Nightbirds, Praying, Tied to the Tracks, Hooked on a Feeling, If I Were You, I Really Wouldn't Do That, Turn It Back Around, Diamonds and Daggers, My Bloody Valentine, California, and YOU Don't Want Me. If I am missing anything that falls into these categories, please let me know. I really, really, truly can't. I'm my brain is autistic and weird, and for some reason is telling me that I'm missing a single song. But otherwise, 112 songs to rank, and we are going to do it up right. So that is coming up soon. I'm going to work on finding a way in the next couple of weeks, like maybe come up with like a social media presence that we have never had, or what have you, to share the list so that everybody knows what songs we are covering.
Sure.
If they would like to also do the same thing, we've got requests for this from Lotus and Annie, and we know that they are just crazy enough to do this with us. So this is one of those ones where we're not going to be like, hey, listeners, do this. Album rankings, things like that. Yeah, absolutely. 112 songs. It's going to be a beast. Me and Adam have a mechanism for this that we're gonna kind of use to do it a little bit more efficiently, that I will also share in due time. But yeah, we are coming up on the end of the Panic at the Disco coverage. Got three more episodes, and then it's time for that big ass ranking.
I am so excited to hear what each of your 112th song is. The very worst that Brendan has to offer.
Yeah, I've done some precursory things, and my I'm gonna kind of like refigure it just to like make sure this is accurate. But my 112th song is very good.
I think
good, but it's funny.
Along with the 112th song question is there a song out of 112 songs that's worse than It Feels Like Christmas?
I don't know. You're going to have to tune in a few weeks to find out, because our first ranking episode is going to be the bottom 12 songs from Panic at the Disco's discography.
So even when you guys move on from Panic to whatever you, I keep saying you guys, I use that like non-gender.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Just,
that's fine.
You're still going to, every Christmas time, you're still going to go back to Feels Like Christmas, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you have
100%.
to.
Have to.
Yeah, okay. Tradition. There. So, and I'll just put this out on Front Street. I said that we were going to take like a pretty extended break when we're done with Panic before we jump into the next thing. Mm-hmm. That break is going to span Christmas time. We will come back and record Feels Like Christmas for 2025.
What a reunion!
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got to be, because like again, we're gonna be done in late October, early November. We will come back to do Feels Like Christmas for.
And in that time, we'll have centered our chi enough that we will have Ryan Ross and Brendan Urie on the same episode.
Peace in our time.
Christmas episode. Oh
wow,
my God.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Hallelujah fucking Luya, baby.
Hallelujah fucking Luya. But yeah, so it's going to be how many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like 11 episodes.
6, 7. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11 episodes. And I'm just gonna say this right now, just as a little spoiler. Again, this list will shuffle some more as time goes on. I'm very sorry, Caitlin. Trades Mustaques does not do well on this list. I gotta tell you, I'm so sorry. Anyway. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Eliot, for joining us, little bitch. Thank you, Adam, for also remaining here with me. Bigger bitch.
Yeah.
Thanks
for having me. Wouldn't miss it, because I honestly, I couldn't miss it because I didn't want Adam just talking shit on this song.
Yeah. I would have fended him off, but I'm glad that you were here as well. And thank you, boss bitch. Anyway, with all that being said, we will catch you next time with, I guess no, Eliot, we'll give you a break. We'll give you a week off. Next week, we're going to do that surprise song. And then Adam, I will tell you offline what that is.
Shit.
And then the week after, we will do SpongeBob Musical. So, Eliot, if you would like to come back for that the week after, please feel free to join us.
Sure, absolutely.
And then we'll do the live album after that. So next week, we will talk about this mysterious song that that we don't know what it is, or Adam doesn't know what it is. And we will see you then. But until such time, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
You have to say love you.
Love you. Love you all. Even Lotus and Annie. Love you both.